Hey guys, welcome back. As you can see by the caption of today's video, we're going to be doing a really pretty bronzy gold smoky eye. So I'm just starting by applying a little bit of the Anastasia Brow Wiz in dark brown, cleaning up some of that with just a light concealer shade just underneath the brow bone. Following that, I'm using the Armani Eye Tint in the shade number 23. This is my favorite brown in the entire world. Following the eye base, I'm just blowing out the crease with a little bit of the Pat McGrath shadow and Burnt Honey, blowing that all through the crease. And following that, I'm gonna be deepening that with a little bit of the middle brown color in the Pat McGrath Bronze Seduction palette and just deepening up that outer crease. Now close to the lash line, I'm taking the darkest brown in the Pat McGrath Bronze Seduction palette and I'm just almost lining the eyes and lifting that liner up to draw everything up and out. I'm now taking the darkest purple on the palette and taking that super close to the lash line and smoking out the outer corner of the lash line. Following that, I'm taking the Dazzle Shadow Liquid by MAC Cosmetics in the shade Beam Time, and I'm pressing that with my finger all over the lid. Directly on top of the Dazzle Shadow, while it's still damp, I'm taking a little bit of the amber color from the Pat McGrath palette and placing that all over the lid. Following that, I'm taking the lightest color in the Pat McGrath palette and I'm highlighting the inner corner of the eyes. Now that I have the eyelids all done, I'm gonna go in and apply some foundation. So to prep the skin, I'm just using a little bit of MAC Fix Plus. Followed by that, I'm using the IT Cosmetics 50 primer. And then just through the center of the face, I'm taking a little bit of the Tatcha Silk Canvas primer. For foundation today, I'm using the YSL All Hours Foundation. Just blending that in all over the face. I like to start underneath the eyes and blend out from there. That's just my method, so I'm going through and blending that all over the skin. For concealing and brightening, I'm taking the MAC Cosmetics Studio Fix Concealer in the shade NW24, placing that underneath the eyes and a little bit through the center of the face and the jawline just to conceal and brighten. For a bronzing base, I'm taking a little bit of this Chanel Cream Bronzer. Don't know how to say the exact name of it, but it's the Chanel Cream Bronzer, and I'm just bronzing the outer perimeters of the face. As a base for the blush, I'm taking this MAC Face Palette, and I'm using the bright orange in it just to give a little bit of a coral glow to the cheeks before I apply any other powders on top. Now for powder, I'm using the MAC Cosmetics Mineralized Skin Finish in Medium Plus, just to set a little bit through the center of the face and a little bit underneath the eyes. Now that we have the face done, I'm gonna go in and line underneath the eyes with a little bit of the Shiseido Eye Kohl and Tea Leaves, blending that out with a little bit of the Pat McGrath Shadow and Burnt Honey. I wanted the eyes to be a little bit smokier underneath the eyes, so I went through and I just applied the darkest brown in that Pat McGrath Bronze Seduction palette, super close to the lash line, blended that out, following with the darker purple in that same palette as well too. I got all the darker colors laid down. I'm going through with that amber color and connecting that into the inner corner. I'm also applying a little bit more of the lighter color in that same palette just to reinstate that inner corner highlight. I'm doing a quick blend through before I coat the lashes with some mascara, and then after that, I'm taking the lightest color in that same palette and just hitting the brow bone. Next, I am taking the Natasha Denona Tan Bronze and Glow palette, and I'm bronzing the face using the bronzing shade in that palette. Now taking the Dior Backstage Highlighting palette, I'm mixing the gold and the white shade, and I'm just hitting the cheekbones with those, and I'm going through a little bit of the center of the face just to give a little bit more highlight and a little bit more glow, because we're all about the glow. Topping that with a little bit of the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Diamond Wet Highlighter. For blush today, I'm just taking a little bit of MAC Melba blush, and I'm just hitting the cheekbones, putting it directly on top of that cream base that we laid down. For lips today, I'm just lining with a little bit of the MAC Cosmetics Pro Longwear Lip Pencil in Nice and Spicy, and directly on top of that, I'm taking a little bit of the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Lip Balm in the shade Flesh 03. And then for setting spray, I'm just going on and using the MAC Cosmetics Fix Plus again, and that is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And thank you guys so much for your continued support. Thank you guys so much. See you next time.